Hey guys, welcome to round 13. Who are we missing? Hold on a sec. Right, refresh that a minute. Right, playlist season 4, tier 2, no it's not made for kids, age restriction, show more, allow tags, copy and paste, game F1 2021, all comments, newest, save.
First.
Quick typing. Right. So that all the details are set, I can leave now. Viewing live control room. Just so I can see the comments. Error. Shut up, you two. No one cares about your error. Marshall is first. We're doing that now, are we? How's it going, Marshall? So, who are we waiting for? Liam and Aeon.
Only first I'll ever get.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that. You will get a first. Right, okay.
Not looking forward to a wet Australia.
Oh, I forgot to join a party so the chat can't hear me. Hold on. Alright. That's better. That's better. That was smart of me. Right, so welcome to OBF1 round 13 here at Australia. We're coming to the closing stages of season 4 now. So I believe we got Australia. What was it? We got Australia, Russia, and then Suzuka, Japan. So, and I think our driver standings currently are level on points. Both McLaren drivers at the top of the standings with 150 points. But we've only got one of them here tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see if James can keep the lead. Oh, he will keep the lead. Vader's 114 points behind, and he's not here either tonight. Again, a disappointing showing in numbers. Assuming it's down to the game coming to the end of its cycle, as F1 2022 is quite literally around the corner. Evening Cons, how's it going?
Is it wet race?
I couldn't tell you if it's a wet race, to be honest. I haven't heard anything. I'll only know if the drivers that are racing tell me. But so far, I haven't had anything to say it is. It's a dry quality as we see Pistol Racing coming out on the medium tyres. We also see Aeon coming out as well. Liam is also out. There's a few drivers. Sanchez as well. So obviously we got a disappointing showing again, considering we have nearly a full lineup for Tier 2. We've only got half of them here. So that's obviously disappointing. Hopefully we can sort that out for the next season, Season 5, which will be held on the new game, I believe. Yeah, I think it'll be held on the new game. And to be honest, I can't wait to drive this Australian Grand Prix setup. Australian, the new Australian GP layout, because that, I think, flows much better than this circuit does now in this game. And I think it's just going to be a lot better, to be honest. So as we have Aeon now starting, I think he's the first one to set a lap time tonight. He goes very, very awkward on that curb there. He obviously loses the rear end on the curb. Lucky not to invalidate, to be honest. Takes it quite deep into turn 3, into turn 4. Now you can't go as fast as you think you can through there. Managed to negotiate this corner flat out if you can get the turning in right. Obviously he set a purple sector, but he is the first one also setting a lap, so that's expected. Let me just, sorry that I'm not commentating a second. Where is it? Commentator streams. Right, coming around the final corner, sorry about that. Short shifts up to third, up to fourth. Takes a lot of the grass there on exit, but doesn't look like you set a 1:25.5 is a pretty mediocre time, really. But he is on the mediums, talking about mediocre, and he did mess up in turn 1. Sanchez, though, on the soft tyres has a 1:24.308 to put his AlphaTauri on pole position. Pete comes across the line. Team Red is out of qualifying. Obviously, he's got a quali ban, so he's not setting a lap time tonight.
Oh yeah. Nope, not wet.
It isn't wet race. Thank you for that information. Mosh, second driver, also serving a quali ban, so he also won't be setting a lap time in qualifying, and he will be competing from the back of the grid, and he's going to try and make up as many positions as he can in the 29 lap race. McKenna now for the Mercedes team puts his Mercedes on pole with a 122.7, quickest lap we've got by far tonight so far, as James just comes across the line and he sets a 123, but it's still nearly a second off, or over a second, sorry, of Kenna. But we've got Super Calgon on his out lap. He's the only one who hasn't set a lap time yet. It's going to be interesting to see if any of these are on a lap. Sanchez is on a lap. Sanchez is coming across the start finish line now. Is very off the pace there, so I think that was just a lap to regain some ERS, or he invalidated maybe. Coming through turns 1 and 2 is looking very decent through there. DRS wide open coming down to turn 4. Very easy to take it a little bit deep, which he doesn't. You want to short shift up to 4th and then down to 3rd for that rotation, then up to 4th again for grip, which he does nicely. Then obviously this is you can take more speed into this corner than you think you need to, as Kenna sets another fastest lap with a 122.2 on the soft tyres for the Mercedes. Is Sanchez going to be able to beat that time? I haven't seen his delta, I didn't look up at it. I should have. He is down though. Sanchez is down. Oh, he takes it very deep. He's really sacrificed his exit from the chicane. He doesn't want to do. You want to sacrifice entry for exit speed there, Sanchez. But let's have a look. We got
well, 2 Mercs versus 2 Alpha Tauri. Hopefully Alpha can keep 3rd in constructors.
It's going to be interesting to see, but you know, you've got to make your way through English. It doesn't want to work. Sanchez has gone 3/10 faster again. Liam showing on the wet tyres, but he is in the pit. I'm kind of concerned, because it's not raining. I don't know. If he comes out on his out lap on them tyres, I will be very confused. He is coming out of the pit actually, and he's on wet tyres. I'm confused. Why has he done this? We do have a yellow flag. It's just Sanchez getting out the way of Pistol Racing, who I want to believe is on a lap, but he's not because his ERS lights are flashing. Liam's still riding around on them wet tyres. Still very confused to what's actually going on right now. Why is he on the wet tyres? The track also looks wet. Like from that camera angle we just had, it looked wet. But it's not. I'm so confused. I think my game's broke. Is it the heat? Is it actually? No one else is out there on wet tires, and it doesn't actually visually show rain. Anybody? See, yes, Super Calgon, he's out on softs. I'm baffled. Can someone tell me what the weather's actually like? Because I don't know. What's Liam's back in the garage, so it's gotta be dry.
Come on, Merc. Wets is a whoopsie, it is not a wet track.
Does kind of look like a shiny track though, I won't lie. I don't know whether that's something else. But we do now have Super Calgon, who is going to be setting his... Oh, he's going to attempt.
Forecast is overcast with dry conditions.
I am currently aware of the forecast, but thanks Pete, I have been told already by Team Red, or Michael. We're going to stick to Team Red though. Super Calgon looks like he's got great grip on through turn 1. Manages to keep it in check. It takes it very deep though into turn 3, through turn 4.
You're re-looking quick, Pete. Not gonna be easy against you, Silver Arrows.
Doesn't turn as much as I would thought. You know, you want just a quick flick of the wheel, set yourself up for a straight line for that corner. This corner is easier to take slower than you actually think you need to, because if you go too fast you can go on the grass or you can get on the curb. You can use a bit of the green after the curb as well for grip, which does help a lot as Super Calgon slides into the chicane there. Well, the second part of the chicane. You want to brake a lot later than the 100 meters for that corner. Say about 75, in between 50 and 100. And this corner, you got to brake a lot earlier than you think. It's very misleading, but he is on the final start-finish straight now. He has got his DRS wide open. He does cross the line and he puts it in P3. He's on the second row of the grid for Alpine, as we have Sanchez currently stopping to give way to a faster car behind, which is actually Super Calgon. Funny enough, I thought Sanchez would be on a lap.
Thanks, Michael. What can I say? Smile.
Get a room, guys, in the chat. Thanks. I'm only joking, man. Only joking. Don't go angry. So we got Aeon's now coming out for his out lap. Sanchez is coming. Well, Sanchez is 10 seconds down. He's doing a very slow. I think he's doing a second out lap, you know, or a second warm up lap. It's a possibility. Super Calgon has invalidated. Takes to the grass to avoid Sanchez, even though they're both on like...
Long as the room has you in it, Siren. emoji face blowing a kiss.
Please, Marcus. I'm only in a room in that sort of way if there's an Audi involved. And F1 doesn't have Audis. Or a McLaren. And we only have one McLaren, and I'm just going to stop talking because I'm just digging myself a deeper hole now. Thanks, Marcus. You've ruined some childhoods there. Right, but on board with Sanchez as he starts his next flying lap on these softs. He's been on them for a lap already. Took an extra out lap. Coming through turn 2, he's got superior grip by the looks of it. Coming into turn 3, doesn't want to take it too deep, which he doesn't.
We should get a McLaren safety car.
We should. I agree with that, Marcus. 100%. American? A McLaren safety car would be great. Mosh currently bored in chat, waiting for the race to start. Obviously, being a good guy and serving his quali ban. What safety car is around Australia?
That DBAs.
Is it? I think it's the Merc, isn't it?
This is weird, dudes. Or Ralph.
No, you leave Ralph out of this. Sanchez coming across the start-finish line. 120. I thought it was going to be a 123, so 122. Good enough for P3. Super Calgon no longer on the second row. A on Blades. Currently trying to... Why is he gone out on Inters? That's twice now that someone's gone out in the dry.
Emoji
Inters.
loudly crying face. Super Calgon on Inters. Emoji face with tears of joy.
We've had Liam on wets. We've had Super Calgon now on Inters.
Hope no one crashes LOL. Gonna be a quiet race if anyone else goes out.
It's gonna be a quiet race regardless. You're all gonna get points.
Won't do it again, I promise. Emoji see no evil monkey.
But so
They
far
are at it.
I don't think there's an Aston Martin
Trying
safety
to
car.
save tires.
Is that it? Or is that just an excuse?
Cheats. Emoji smiling face with horns.
I mean, Mosh is currently cheating. He hasn't used any tyres. That's the ultimate tyre saver.
Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Whoa, that was weird. Okay. I got messages. Where's the messages? Staff chat. Yeah, so obviously CDM's not here tonight, so we're not going to have some weird dodgy conversations that we had last week. Because I've got no one to make fun of, as Aeon Blades has retired. Was that on circuit, or was that in the pits? It looks like it was in the pits. There is a McLaren stopped, though. I think it's just James is letting cars past, as drivers are on for their final laps now. I think... Is it Kenna?
I'll make up for CDM and have a weird conversation. Emoji face with tears of joy. Okay. I'm off to fiddle with my helmet.
Like, I mean, the conversation in the chat is just as bad as it was last week, you know?
Ooh, fiddle with mine please. Emoji face with tears of joy.
Oh gosh. Blimey, this chat.
Lol.
Marcus, please keep your gloves on if you're doing that, though. Stay protected. It's gotta be done.
Yeah,
All right.
I think mine needs fixing too. Eat no.
Right, McKenna sets another purple sector 1 with 10 seconds left to qualify, and so this will be his last fly-in lap. Gets on the curb nicely, obviously doesn't go over he gets off the rumble strip curb onto that green bit, which helps with grip slightly, and then he gets
Let's
a
go.
purple sector
Emoji
2.
sign of the horns. Emoji 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 sign of the horns.
Thanks, PlayStation. I think we get it. But we got
You could fiddle with them at the same time? I don't mind. Good lap by Kenna. Emoji flexed biceps. I missed by half a second sad.
And that's a 122.21. You've missed it by more than... you missed the line? Or... I'm gonna assume it was the line. But that is, by the looks of it, oh, Liam's on our lap. He's coming through sector 3 now. Through the final, well, not the final, the penultimate. Takes a little bit of curb. That helps sometimes for a rotation. Very easy to lose the rear end. Coming out the final turn though. The foot's going to be flat to the floor with the DRS. He stops, he slows down. He doesn't want to improve his lap time. So that is the end of qualifying for round 13. As we head into the race, your starting grid looks like this. We got Kenner in P1, James in P2, still repping that Ukrainian flag, sending his support over to the Ukrainians. 3 we got Sanchez, 4 is Aeon Next Blade, 5 is Super Calgon, 6 Pistol Racing, starting lower down than he usually does. Is that going to affect his race later on? Liam in P7, Team Red and Mosh with no times due to a qualifying band. So it was an interesting qualifying session. Interesting to see Pete so far down, and you
Pistol
have got a
on
good
mediums though.
You have got a good point that he is on mediums, but I don't know if it's gonna be. You can do soft medium, so
And Liam.
It's gonna be interesting which strategy is better here. The mediums, starting on the mediums and starting on the softs, because both are possible. Obviously, if one is the others. Nobody's got a free choice in tyres either, so if someone had actually set a faster lap on them that wets on the inters, then by mistake, I think they would have been alright actually, wouldn't they?
SPFDSR up here.
Spiffs. Nah, you said Spiffs now. It's too late, Marcus. You said Spiffs. Right. So we are about to get underway for round 13 as we have 5 red lights. And away we go for round 13 at Australia. Kenna gets off to a great start. Can James get past him into turn 1 though? He can't. Kenna keeps that Mercedes in the top spot, but there are a few position changes through the field. A couple of drivers dropping down, I think Sanchez gained a few places as well. Pete up quite a few places as well. Oh, we got an AlphaTauri in the wall there. That was Sanchez. I don't know what happened to Sanchez, but Sanchez has ended up in a wall. He's going to lose a hell of a lot of time, and he is now down 6 places. We have an Alpine in the wall as well as Super Calgon. That's probably some wing damage for Super Calgon there as well, so that's brought Sanchez back up to 1 position. So it was a little bit of a rough start for some of our drivers here, but we're back at it now. Obviously, Super Calgon's going to drop down massively without a wing. We're going to add the pits on. We got Pistol, Team Red and Liam all on medium tyres. As one of our...
X2.
Oh, Aeon losing the rear end coming through the chicane. He almost done a Spinala ×3. But we got Liam 8 tenths. We got Mosh right behind Liam, 3 tenths even. Mosh obviously wants to get as high up as he can at the start. He's on the better tyre, but can he use that advantage to work for him? Currently we've got Kenna, who has that's excessive weaving a little bit there from Liam, but he manages to not do it in the braking zone, which is always a plus.
Pete in P3 on mediums looking strong. MOG flexed biceps.
That is true. We got Super Calgon with a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane on lap 2. Obviously he was changing his front wing, and it's obviously not gone well for him, forgetting that his braking will be affected by the lack of front downforce from that front wing. Mosh right on the gearbox now of Liam. Is he going to be able to make a move into the sharp right 90-degree right-hander? Liam pushing him wide, but Mosh backs out of the move. He thinks better of it. There's better opportunities ahead, and he will have DRS soon next time around, as Sanchez looks like he's trying to get past as well, but he is a little bit too far back to make a move into the chicane. Takes it very deep and loses a little bit of time. Sparks coming off the rear end of that AlphaTauri. Maybe he's running his rear ride height a bit low there. That could affect his grip later. But Liam on the grass as Mosh gets past. That's invited Sanchez to get past Liam as well. That was a great move there by Sanchez, obviously taking advantage of Liam being pushed onto the grass, which obviously affected his grip in the end. But that is Mosh up to P6 now. Sanchez up to P7. Aeon nearly half a second losing time. He is now a second behind Pistol in a matter of a couple of corners. I wonder what happened to him. Maybe he just got the exit very wrong. But he looks good under braking. Maybe he's running more downforce than Pistol Racing here. Taking it very wide. Definitely creating his own track limits there, though, as Truck Fireman has joined. It's interesting. But Aeon still trying to keep up with that Mercedes. There's a straight coming up, so if he has got the more downforce, that Mercedes is going to start pulling away slightly, but he has caught up a lot. But Aeon does take it wide, which is going to affect his straight line speed, but he will have DRS to make up for that. Team Red with a 3-second time penalty for track limits. We just know I'm going to get about 9 seconds later, don't we? That just said someone left, I missed that. But it's okay. Oh, it actually said someone retired from the session, and it was Super Calgon. I don't know how I missed that. But we have got a VSC. It's not a safety car, it's a VSC. And now we are down to 8. Obviously, we had a disappointing turnout. I was hoping we'd have some more drivers this week. But we're still not. We're still suffering a lack of drivers. I don't understand how, as we've got about 15, 16 drivers. As we've had to move some from being inactive to a reserve role. But it's still not enough.
Super Colgan retired.
He retired? I know he retired. I figured it out by myself before you commented that, so that's my win. Leave me to it. Because I'm not going to get a win tonight, so just let me have the win. As we are green flag racing again. DRS obviously active now as well. Truck Fireman has left the session. Obviously joining late, couldn't make the race, but he will be racing in Tier 1. But James now within a second. Was he within a second during the detection point? He was. He's got that DRS wide open, but it's not going to be enough to get P1 in turns 1 and 2. He's going to have to use the second DRS straight maybe to get it. And hopefully just be brave on the brakes and brake a whole lot later. But he's still 7/10ths back, which means he's not going to be close enough into turn 3. So he's going to have to try it again.
Getting spicy for the lead.
It is getting spicy for the lead, as PlayStation pronounces it. Obviously it's going under American spelling, so apparently that's not lead, it's lead. But PlayStation doesn't know anything really. But James now has fallen back a second. That's going to hurt him a lot, but we go down to Aeon in P4, who is still fighting with Pistol. As Team Red, 3 seconds behind with a penalty. I believe it was a 3-second time penalty. Still 9/10ths of the gap to the lead for James. And he is closing, but Aeon right on the gearbox now of Pistol Racing. And still on the better tyres.
I am an idiot that cannot talk English properly. Emoji face with tears of joy.
Well, I'm a Welshman that can't talk English properly, and can't speak Welsh at all.
I just edited to hear her say it. Emoji face with tears of joy. Wanted.
That's fair enough, but Aeon, look, I thought Aeon was going to make a move, but Pete just braking later manages to keep P3. I just got interrupted. That was very rude. That was rude. Hope you know that. People are crying now. All the orphans. Right, back to the action. We got Aeon Blades 5/10 behind Pistol Racing again. Close that gap again.
How rude.
It was, wasn't it? It was. I think that was disgusting behaviour. Personally.
Cheers, kids crying now.
Hashtag feed the kids. That sounds weird. Let's not include that in the footage, please. Though it does cheer people up, so it's not weird. Just get myself out the hole there. So currently Kenna still holds the lead of this race. James currently in P2, Pistols up a wham bit of positions. How many positions has he gained? He's up 3. He is one of the highest gainers. All drivers that have gained are also up 3. Sanchez, one of the biggest losers tonight, who is...
Feed the world.
I am not gonna
Feels like Christmas now.
Nope. Nope, we still got 7 months, mate. Let's not start that. And if it is Christmas, I want a Fanatec. You know, this Logitech ain't doing it. Maybe a Red Bull as well. Might keep myself up then.
Excuses.
It's not an excuse. It's a way of life. The Fanatec doesn't work. Never, ever. Oh, we got Aeon right on the gearbox of Pistol Racing. Now he's going to have the DRS. He is going to be close enough to make a move, but how is that downforce? We can't get a better angle, so we're going to do that. He dives to the inside, but Pete still holds position. I am getting a message from Jim. What does Jim want? Right.
Bet Jim is saying he's scared of racing me and losing tonight. Emoji face with tears of joy.
I had an important message to send, but Aeon has just hit the wall. I did catch it, and Aeon is now out of the Australian Grand Prix. That's left us with
Aeon knew.
7 drivers left. He could not handle them 7 up old softs. He is now out of the race. It hasn't brought a safety car out, mind. There is no safety car. Aeon Blades is also typing in the chat. He's probably going to be raging at me for catching it live.
No safety car. Emoji man shrugging.
There was no safety car. We've only had a VSC so far tonight, which is unusual considering. And there is no more action.
Burned Maylander asleep on the job.
He must be, mate. Ken has got a 3-second time penalty that could play a pivotal part in the end of this race, especially if the likes of James and Pete can stay within 3 seconds. He could be on for possibly losing the podium if Team Red and Mosh can catch up, and Mosh is now down by 20 seconds. He is nearly a pit stop away from the guys ahead, so he might be alright. Aeon Blaze has now left the session. We have Liam has retired from the session as well, and that will bring out the safety car. He was on his own. So we're down to 6 drivers out of 9. I'm pretty disappointed that we have only got 9 drivers and now 6, because we should be getting higher numbers than this. Speaking again, higher numbers, you guys want to get involved no matter what your experience is, no matter what your pace is. Go to the About section of our YouTube channel page. You can join the Discord, there is a link there which will allow you to join. We can get you trialed in, and then you can get a part of the action. And we all know that...
Can I race in Tire 2?
No, Marcus, you cannot race in Tire 2. I'm confused.
Tire, emoji face with tears of joy, emoji face with tears of joy, emoji face with tears of joy.
Ah, he was well too late. So, what happened in the way? We got a 20 car grid for tier 1. What we have? Oh, we got a full grid for tier 1. But Super Calgon has left the session. He has retired anyway. Someone, James and Ken, are both diving into the pits. Ken are going extremely slow though. That might have been a controversial...
What the hell did I miss in those 1-0 laps? Emoji eyes.
You missed Sanchez retired as well now. We got 5 cars. I even missed that, Cal. I'm not gonna lie.
Aluminium.
You were hoping it was gonna say aluminum, weren't you, mate? That's what that was. But Sanchez has left the session. Yeah, this hasn't been the best race, to be honest, is it?
She says it in a British accent. Emoji man shrugging. WTF?
I think Marcus is just having fun with a woman in
Aluminum.
with the police station. Are you lonely, Marcus? Is that what it is? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
I'm having fun with the women. Emoji face with tears of joy.
I bet you are, aren't you? You're lucky it's not... I hope she's not a family member, you know, that done the voiceover for it. Could go very badly.
I wish he would play with my helmet.
Oh, Marcus.
Yo Marcus, get her to say LOL repeatedly.
Let's not get her to say... I'm not even... I was gonna say it, but I'm not gonna say it. Don't... Marcus, just don't do it. It is quite funny, but don't do it. He's gonna do it anyway, isn't he? We have got the safety car coming in this lap, I think. See? We had got the safety car in this lap. Pete didn't really control the pace much. He kept it at the safety car's pace, which I was quite surprised about. And that didn't really catch Team Red out either. So Team Red is on the first softs, He won't be going to the end though on them tyres. There's no way he can do that. But Team Red at an advantage again on the podium. He's still got the is it 3-second time penalty? Pete's just ruined the gap he had. He had a 3-second gap with that penalty, and now he doesn't have that gap. Thank you, Callum, for that. We know I like it. I'm laughing on the inside right now because I am watching a race. We've gone motor racing. And currently, as we come through the chicane, Pistol Racing is on. Hasn't pitted yet, mind, where everyone else has pitted. He's going to be banking on another safety car. Otherwise, then people on mediums now will be able to go to the end. So the tyres will be worn, but Pete's going to bank on something like a safety car or something happening. But the field is close now. Closer than it's been for most of the race. Kenner falling back a second so far, falling out of the DRS zone, DRS range of Mosh. Can he get back in it? That's going to affect James if he can't, who does fall out of DRS from Kenner. But obviously DRS still not active yet. It will be in a couple of laps, but he's going to only get back in that second.
Anyway, off to practice now. Good luck, lads. Emoji okay hand, emoji eggplant.
And that's good luck to the rest of the lads there from Marcus. Obviously, only 5 left in contention for some points here. And only one of them without a time penalty as well. So that's going to be an interesting scenario to witness at the end of this race, to see if James does get a penalty for one. And if he doesn't, where will he finish
for
on
the win.
track?
Emoji flexed biceps.
But Team Red now going for that move, the inside on the chicane. He's going to have the outside for the exit. It doesn't work for him. Pete keeps the lead. There's, oh, Mosh. There's Mosh around. Is that going to be a safety car? No, Mosh saves it, I think. Did Mosh save that? Mosh saved it. And there's not even wing damage. Just yellow flag there in sector 3. Oh, I think Team Red got very loose there on the exit. But he's still in the race. He's in the lead now, Team Red. So as Mosh spun and distracted us, we missed the overtake. But Team Red did get past Pistol Racing and can now build a gap. They do have DRS as well, mind. Oh no, they don't, sorry. DRS isn't able this lap, so next time around they will have DRS. But Pete already out of a second. That's going to cost him and his teammate dearly now, as they've got to work together to close that second gap up. But Pete's tyres are going to be baked. 13 laps so far done on these tyres. They can go much longer, but not much longer. He's going to want to pit with, but you could do 11 laps, 11, 12 laps, 13, you could do 15. But your tyres are going to be baked. Oh wait, I'm on about softs, so you could do a lot more than 15 on the mediums. Oh, I am on about the softs, yeah, you could do 15 laps on the softs. So he's going to want to pit like around lap 20 just to get them to the end. Something made a noise and I don't know what did. But Team Red is pulling a nice gap now away from Pistol Racing. He will have to pit again though. These softs are gonna be melted to all holy high hell at the end of this race. It's gonna be like a hot pocket in there on them tyres. You touch that, your hand's gone. Team Red also currently sets the fastest lap of the race as he pulls away a 2-second gap from Pistol. Kenner trying to get past Pistol, got the tyre advantage. Has he got the pace advantage? That we will see that in the next DRS race. Doesn't look like he does, but he might be able to make a move soon. He is tucked right in. But this battle in between Kenner and Pistol is going to allow Team Red to pull away even further. So Pistol could be causing the team to fall back even more if he doesn't get out of the way. And see what kind of pace Kenner has got as Mosh has retired from the session. In Sector 1, Mosh has lost the rear end. He's obviously hit the curb coming through turns 7, 5, 6, 7, one of them. And Mosh has hit the wall. And that means we've got 4 cars left. And we've got 2 Mercs. So it's a disappointing race altogether, to be honest. Bit of a joke, but James, still no penalty, and we have another safety car. Which means I can waffle about stuff. Team Red now diving into the pits. Team Red was on mediums earlier, so if he's got the soft tyres, he can go on the soft tyres till the end. It's not advice I'd follow, but 3 laps is going to take you to about 18. You can do it, and he is going to do it. James ruins his non-penalty times. Pistol racing, going on the hard tyres. Not a choice I would have made, preferably. He was on the mediums, he could have just gone to the softs. Shouldn't have really gone for the hard tyres, but he has. Kenna will be going to the end on these mediums. But the biggest talking point right now is pistol racing. Going on the hard tyres when there's 12 laps, 13 laps, sorry, to go. It's a risky game, that. The safety car's going to be out until about the start of lap 19, so you're going to be doing 12 laps, basically, of wearing the tyres. You could have just gone the softs. They would have been a good amount worn, but it's not that hard to deal with if you've got the right setup. So it's going to be interesting to see how he can get these hard tyres into the correct temperature window before the start of L safety car restart. He does have 3 seconds to deal with, but so does everyone in front of him, so they're all balanced out, apart from James behind him, who does have 5 seconds and will need to pull a 2-second gap on the leader
Team
to
Red
win
should
this
have
race.
this.
You say Team Red should have this. The safety car is coming in earlier than I thought it would. Is it coming in? No, it's not, because the lights are still on. I do apologise, I thought it was coming in. So we got the safety car now.
Surprised at Team Red with softs.
It's a surprising move, but it's quite a smart one. Pistol diving into the pits now. What's he gonna do? He's gonna set a set of new mediums. Don't you have to use? So his plan there was pit just to use a mandatory set and go back on the same tyre, I suppose. Fair enough, that works. He has now got a nice gap to warm his tyres up before the safety car comes in. And he will be coming in at the end of this lap because the gap is
Softs
only
can
small.
go 15 laps, drop off is at 10 laps.
Oh, my drop off wasn't at 1-0, I can tell you that now. Mine was about lap 8. But that was... I've changed the setup again, so I don't know what I don't actually know what my tyre strategy is going to be because I've changed my setup again. So I don't actually know what my tyre wear would be. But the safety car is in this lap. Pistol Racing has caught up to the back of the field.
Yup, maybe 1-0.
But Team Red, only guy that opted for the softs. We got Kenna controlling the pace of the field, weaving left and right to get some heat into the medium tyres. Obviously, them tyres cooling down under the safety car. There is a new message in El Chato. It's the race day chat. It's not an important message. So we will have this race underway as the safety car has pulled in. Kenner hasn't gone yet. There's almost contact there. There's James who has overtaken, but are we green flag? We're not. We are green flag now, so James will have to give that position back, which he does.
And if you push on meds, you spin. Well, I do.
That is Kenner, who got a great restart. And Pistol Racing and James are fighting at it. We've got a four-way battle for the win. Obviously, James with a 2-second disadvantage with that time penalty. He's got a 5-second one, which he didn't actually get rid of. So he's still got the 5 seconds. He could have got rid of it under safety car, but chose not to, which was interesting. And I tend to spin on whatever tyre I push on, so there's that. But as we have it, Team Red in a Mercedes sandwich, AlphaTauri in second, McLaren in fourth, Mercedes 1 and 3. Can Pistol Racing get P2 and get a 1-2 for Mercedes, or is he gonna be, or is he not gonna play the team game? Oh, he's got, Team Red has got wing damage from Kenner. I'm not sure who was at fault there, but it was a collision. He did get rear-ended, Kenner. I don't think there's diffuser damage, but that has promoted James to third. Team Red is going to fall back massively. He can fit a new set of softs on. I don't know if he's used these soft set yet. It doesn't look like he does. It hasn't. He's going to have some massive pace towards the end of this race. Compared to these medium runners, can he make the most of it, though? He is going to be about 20 seconds back when he comes out of the pit. He's going to be about 25, sorry. As he comes out now, can he close that 25-second deficit to the leading 3? These two Mercedes now they've been going at it for the last couple of races, going at it again. We saw them collide at Monza. We didn't see them collide at Bahrain. They learned some lessons from Monza, but what will happen in Australia? They're upside down, so the downforce is affected because the cars can't drive as well because Australia's upside down. You know what I mean? I've probably just offended the whole of Australia there somehow with that sentence. So kangaroos like stick to the floor because they bounce up. They bounce down, not up. So it looks like they're bouncing up because Australia's upside down. Australia geography explained perfectly there. Don't hate me for it. James is out of DRS range though, so he won't be able to use it on the next straight.
Offended my eardrums, emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
I do that to everyone's eardrums. I'm Welsh. My accent sounds like a dying sheep. Bah. But Pistol's rear end is looking very slightly. 3 turns. Yeah, turns 3. Yeah, 3 and 4. Sorry. The medium tires Pistol can't seem to get them to work for him. He's remaining about 6/10 back. He will have DRS though, so he can use that to close. Can he use it effectively is the question. Can he sacrifice the entrance to this chicane to improve his exit speed, which will help massively? And it doesn't look like he could do it effectively. Or does, sorry, he is closing now. My Delta was lying to me. Car looking very grippy and very well balanced, to be honest, as well. I won't lie, through the turns he's gaining, closing and gaining all the time. 6/10 back now. The slow speeds, Pete is struggling, but he will have DRS as they come down the main straight. 9 laps to go, and he is not close enough. He is too far back. Team Red closed 2 seconds on James since he had come out of the pits. He's closed 3 seconds now. Is he able to close quick enough? 9 laps, 20 seconds to close. Don't think he's going to be able to do it. I know personally I wouldn't be. So will he be able to, is the question. As Team Red has set the fastest lap at 1:25.162. That is the fastest lap of the race, and I'm assuming it's going to stay the fastest lap as well, as the other drivers are on mediums, not softs. So James, coming out of today, will have the lead of the championship, and there will be only a 15 point gap from the lead from his teammate. There'll only be a 15-point gap from his teammate. If we look at the drivers' standings currently, they're on 150 points each, and James is leading by more wins at the minute, but I think he's only going to have a 15-point gap, and I think Neil will be back next week. He had a family emergency or something, so he had to pull out of this race, otherwise we would have had 10 drivers. I probably still have 5 now, but we don't. Fantastic. We've got a message in the race day chat. Sanchez saying he crashed during the safety car.
Pete is thinking about it.
He is thinking. He's gonna hope he doesn't get desperate to overtake though. That is. Did I not even put the constructor's standards in there? Oh, I'm a silly goose. I'll fix that. Or someone deleted it. 'Cause I swear
Come
I put
on,
it in.
Pete.
We got Gamer James 44 supporting Pete, saying, "Come on, Pete." He's still 6/10ths back though, and we've still got a few laps to go. He has got tyre advantage. Remember, penalties are equal. Yeah, penalties are all equal apart from James's. Obviously, James at a 2-second disadvantage, but it looks like he's still going to get the podium at the minute as it stands. Team Red 21 seconds behind, still closing, but I don't think he's closing quick enough to get that podium. Kenna still leading this race though. He's led it from the start. Well, not from the start. We have had a few different leaders, but he's back in the lead as he did at the start of the race. And it's going to be interesting to see where he's actually going to finish with his teammate putting so much pressure on him. Can he handle the pressure that his teammate is putting on him? Or is he going to crumble? We don't know. McLaren have pretty much won the championship. 310 and 181. So I'm going to say congratulations to McLaren. They've pretty much smashed this championship. But the race and the season isn't over yet. The Drivers' Championship is still all to play for, as Kenna is very much under pressure from Pete, who does have ERS. How much? He still has a lot of ERS, so he's obviously hoping that Kenna is burning his ERS, which he is. He's going to be waiting for that red light as he pushes the trucker. It's too wide.
Ron Dennis Beelzebub.
He is going to be Kenna lacking the ERS to defend until the end. Team Red setting another fastest lap, closes the gap to 19 seconds. I still don't think it's enough. Is he gonna prove me wrong and come home in third? Pete though takes that curb massively. He's on the grass. He's making too many mistakes. What's happening to Pistol Racing as he's falling back? Let me get that back. I need that back. So Pistol Racing.
4WD.
Pete now falling back significantly. Just give James a bit of room to catch up, but can he? Because I don't. How much ERS does James have? James almost has a full battery. Whereas Pistol is gonna need to burn some battery if he wants to catch back up to his teammate and pass. His rear end is looking a little bit worse for wear at the minute. And the hopes of and the risk and hopes of overtaking has dropped. Will he make the move still, do we think? That was a question. Will it be answered? Constructor standards. I just put... Oh, I'm so stupid, man. There you go. Right, that is done. Pistol closing again ever so slightly, but it's just... I don't think it's going to be enough. Something seriously has to go wrong for Kenna to lose this race now, who is keeping the gap within a second and a half roughly of Pistol Racing. Them tyres are coming towards the drop off, if not already there. He is
and then how did you get all the data, MR Aston Martin designer?
We shall not talk about that. I may have supplied some stuff. It's called magic mushrooms. No, I'm joking. Team Red almost closed 10 seconds now. He needs to pick up this pace if he wants to get onto the podium. He's still on for a good 12 points though. So... And he's not going to get any less than 12 points because he's completed more than 75% of the race, which means if he DNFs now, he still gets his points.
Shrooms.
Shrooms. Good shrooms. You know, the kind you put on pizza. In Amsterdam. No, joking, that's marijuana, not mushrooms. But... couple of laps left to go, 3 laps to go. Kenna still leading. Pistol Racing almost back within a second. Kenna's got a 3-second time penalty. Kenna's got to step on it now if he wants to win this race. He's really got to step on it. He has got... Oh, but Pistol Racing, I missed that. They've both got 6 seconds. They're both pushing these Mercs to the maximum. And if they're not careful, it could end in tears for one of them. But Pistol seems to be making the mistakes. He's burnt his battery out completely, Pistol. He had so much more...
Need some shrooms for Kenna now. Penalties, tut-tut.
He's more than some shrooms to teach him how to not get the penalties. I can't say much because I shall get the penalties later. I'm expecting at least 9 seconds. Yay. James 4 seconds back though. He hasn't been able to keep the pace.
Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
I thought I seen a Merc lose it then. I must be on some shrooms. These guys really pushing hard now. Pete still can't get in that DRS detection range though. Still down by 1.3 seconds. And he is on the younger tyres as well. You gotta remember that. Kenna's are 6 laps more older. I was gonna say years, but they're not years, are they? They're laps.
Great drive by both up front.
It is a great drive, but with only 2 laps to go, this one and the next, can Pete get the move done, or is he going to have to stick with P2 at the minute? Because at the minute, if I look at the lap data. No, sorry, details. Kenna with 5 seconds. Kenna wants to close within a second of these guys ahead, as Marcus has just got bored and spammed my chat with invites. I say spammed, he sent one. It's already a spam, is it? But Pete took a little bit too much curb for that chicane. That's going to cost him a little bit of time, but not much. As you could tell, fluctuating between 1/10 and 2/10. He's got
spam fritters.
And now he's started a party chat. What's going on? Pistol Racing has left the session. With a 1.9 second gap, he has left. Is that a disconnection, or is that an actual leave? I'm not sure what just happened, but he's left the session.
No, he hasn't.
It just came up on my screen. He's left the session. That's why he's ghosting. So he's not going to get the win. It will be Kenna. Yeah, that's definitely AI driving.
Oh yeah. He's ghost now.
It's going to be interesting to see why or how that happened. I don't know. I don't think it was a disconnection. It was just all of a sudden. There was not even warnings. There we go. We got Kenna crosses the line at Australia around 13 to win it in the OBF1 championship. His teammate comes home in second place. James gets a 5-second time. Sorry, it was an unserved penalty. But Team Red, with 6 seconds, couldn't close the gap and has come home in fourth. Your DNFs are Mosh Sanchez, Super Calgon, Liam, and is there anyone else I'm forgetting?
Did I get disconnected? Well
no,
done, Kenna.
You should know if you got disconnected. It would have said on your screen.
Damn it.
That was a good, well, I wouldn't say good race, but it was a sort of race. An Aeon Blade, sorry, was another DNF. But that is your top 4: Kenna, Pistol, James, and Team Red.
No, I was racing, but I was told everyone left the session. Congrats, Mercedes.
Well, that's a disconnection then. But that is it for Tier 2. You can join us in about 20 minutes for Tier 1. Pete will be commentating. Pete will be commentating for Tier 1.
Oh, it did that glitch.
In about 20 minutes. And I'll see you guys then. But for now, that is it. And I'll see you guys in Russia next week.